Thank you very much. My name is Dr. Mukilima, and I'm a lecturer at the University of London, so personally.
Thank you so much. My name is Nishinga Nike from Rwanda, Center Coordinator.
From where?
Rwanda Plus.
Rwanda?
Rwanda Plus.
Ah, okay.
My name is Jari Kambank
It was somewhat
from Rwanda.
Okay.
Alice Sabanaleza from Rwanda Police. Rwanda Police is an organization led by youth, work on youth, children, women, single mothers, work on their resilience and to improve their capacity building.
He teaches them resilience. So
Okay.
Thank you. My name is Kwizera. I am working here at SIAS as a librarian and project manager. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Africa-Beneficiaries. I am social economic research for SIAS, and I am very happy to be part of this dialogue. I think that we will learn it from each other.
Thank you.
Okay, so as we said, the round table is just to bring Herwa police was bringing. It's an unstructured approach, usually. But this time I'm using something maybe I want to test with you, which we use in our countries also when we do what we call focus group or we call round table and so on. Okay. So it will be led by some pictures and also by some questions. And then we can open the floor for, but keep relaxed, and this is not the idea, and we bring what comes to our mind, even without you have to think about it a lot, because there is no right and correct question. And you don't imagine how much the amount of information we can bring. For that I wanted 5 actually. 5 from different organizations. Now we have only 2 organizations, or even 2 people. But anyway, we can consider Rata because she just joined us. Also new for this technique. First time she attended our roundtable. But these guys, they know what we do in roundtable. The idea, and the more we bring things unstructured, we can bring sometime, hidden opportunities for the community. Okay. Or to see us, or to yourselves. It is the idea also. And I believe from my experience, if I may talk about my experience, and maybe Dr. can speak about this, also since we both did the postgraduate studies, is that this postgraduate study is something sometimes most of us, when we become practitioners, like yours, like your guys, okay, or like your brother, we say, what is this people? They talk theory. Okay, that's what I used to say. Okay. Then here, maybe 2007, okay, I started to see now that many of these guys, okay, not all of them, but many of these guys who have PhD or masters or something. I did my master actually early. I did 2 masters by that time, and I was doing actually PhD, but in very specific area in bioengineering at that time. But in 2007, I noticed that those who do research, masters or even PhD, they become more able to create what we call analysis and synthesis. They start to categorize things and construct things together so that they bring solutions in very, let's say, structured or unstructured way. Their ability to see even their life and how they bring solution to their families is much higher than others. And for that now, even I encourage my children. I always fight with them. I have people in medicine and different places, and they are all of them successful. But all of them, I tell them, they did all masters. They finished the masters. But all of them, I tell them, now you have to go for PhD. Not because of the prestige, because our countries, When you say doctor like this, you know, prestige, right? This is what I hated, because I had that prestige, I didn't want to. Actually, people used to tell me doctor before I had my PhD. I had my PhD in 2012. Okay. So, what I wanted to tell you here is that for that we put this forward. Do you guys in this country, I don't know, we don't have enough students, but maybe Harvard can play this role and also recently because they just graduated and last year. Do you guys in this country see that this is a luxurious thing or not? This is what will be our question maybe in the end. Okay. But let me go through the slide and one by one so that it gives you trigger your thoughts a little bit. And then we will go further into that. Okay. So my first question here, can you read it, Librata?
How do you think postgraduate studies can enhance your opportunities in the current African job market?
So how do you think that postgraduate studies, I put for you the most important thing that in this long question, in between brackets, enhance your opportunities in current African job market. Now, do you think those who are having master, because I know that many people, okay, who are, they finish BSc or BA, bachelors, they are unemployed, unfortunately. Okay, and this is happening now in most developing countries. So unfortunately, what is happening in people, they go for education with high hopes, but they end up with unemployment, even though their families maybe they pay for them a lot of money, or they carry the burden, and they are not helping them in their life. They become only students and so on. So my question here: do you believe that if you go for higher education, means master, PhD, it will bring for you better opportunities, or it will be also you stay unemployed?
Yeah, so on my end, I think postgraduate studies, I recently knew the master's and PhD, not that recent, but I recently thought about it. I used to think maybe with a bachelor that's it, but when, as you know, for me on my end, I'm seeing like maybe somebody, like you need a supplementary, that's either the master's in any field for your advancement. So for me on my end, in short, I think postgraduate studies are important in terms of be it developmental, be it personal status. So for me, I have a wide and vast idea about postgraduate studies. So, but all in all, I think postgraduate studies are needed. They enhance opportunities and help in the growth of a person in general.
Okay, anybody?
Postgraduate study are very important. For example, at the individual level, it helps to gain more skills and competence and be able to be competitive in job market, and also with postgraduate studies, they help to solve local problems, because if you have people in the community who have skills, they help to solve the problem in the community rather than to bring someone from outside. And also with postgraduate studies, it is a kind of networking, and also it gives more opportunities.
Okay, Doctor, what about you from your experience? Does your students, and see it from the perspective of students,
Yes.
does your students believe in going for postgraduate
Exactly.
if they can afford?
Exactly, yes. Yeah, I know education is expensive, but they try to find a master's or maybe postgraduate degree, because there are some jobs that require higher degrees. For instance, leadership positions managerial positions. Most of NGOs and public sector at this time prioritized postgraduate students, graduates, to take the lead when they have job positions. For instance, in public service sector, this time you can be a politician with bachelor's degree, yes, but to be an SIAS secretary general, sometimes you need a master's degree, or maybe the teaching jobs, for instance, for masters and PhD. It is a requirement, not only a degree, but it's also a requirement. I remember when I was having my bachelor's degree, I had a nice job. I was doing protocol, state protocol, but that was not enough. I cannot teach with bachelor's. But since I have master's and PhD, I can go anywhere and teach or
give expertise.
give expertise or maybe make a consultancy. Or these are, I think, not only a auxiliary position but also enabler position. It can enable you. Like a Marxist approach of capabilities, increase of capability approach. I think people need degrees or so, but also we have to think on what they have studied, what are the knowledge acquired. Is that only degree, master's degree, or there are something inside also? So we have to look also something inside the course programs. What are they studying and how will they trigger them to be successful in life. For instance, if we take the case of natural sciences, engineering, for instance. Most of engineering is very paramount, for instance, because it can help you to enter into industry. Even though in Africa we have very limited manufacturing industries, so there are still limited job positions in that area. But you never know, you can even go elsewhere and find a job.
Or create your own business.
Or create your own business. Or maybe we are in a neoliberal period. A company can come from China and establish here.
Yes.
They need engineers. I think, I remember that there was one young man who graduated from University of Rwanda, the economics, and he got scholarship from China for masters. What benefited him is not only the knowledge of economics he got from masters in China, but Chinese language. So when he came back, he got jobs from Chinese companies around here. So this is an example of practical knowledge people can get. So thank you very much.
Doctor is telling us, Dr. Menway, that there are clear, seen opportunities, and there is hidden opportunities.
Yeah.
And this maybe we should know about that. And this is true, and see about it. And always we say we want to create a change in our mindsets. It is one of the things that always we preach here in our SIAS.
Yes.
And this mindset means that we need to shake up the mindset. Mindset can be shaken up by crisis, by problems. It can be shaken up by accidents. It can be shaken up by exams or challenges. Okay. It can be chosen actually challenge, and one of the chosen challenges is in life is to go for a degree, where there is lots of protocols, lots of challenges, lots of exams, lots of and you really have to get the best out of yourself in order to survive or to compete. Okay. So I believe that one of the things that even I am reflecting on myself is that we think we know it all, especially when we come in the field. Because I was with you, like you, I was in an NGO like this, and I used to work with many NGOs also to develop them and so on. But there are many things hidden from our life. We only see it when we start to have this type of challenges, We go to a field we are not comfortable. By the way, in education, not always a comfortable zone. Okay? Like life, school of life is more important than school of school. Always I say. You know the difference between a school of life and school of school. Yes?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. What is that difference, Isa?
The school of life is that the school of life you are tested and then you learn. The school of
you are tested and then you learn.
Yes.
Okay.
The school like this one, like normal school, education school, you learn and then you do the test.
Yes.
That's the difference.
But not in SIAS. SIAS same thing. First you tested, but then you learn. Okay.
Yes, yes.
And I think you are experiencing this as an employee, but also you experience it when you become students. We want to change the way education is delivered, not only in this country, but in all over the world. Okay. So any question you wanted to comment? My son?
I can say.
What is your name? Remind me.
My name is Perspectives4, and I am student. I study applied statistics. About these questions, that problem you said here, I think that postgraduate studies can enhance the opportunities. And one of the things I was in my mind is when you go to run postgraduate studies, you enhance your skills, you connect, and you run the local problems, and you find some solution about the local problems than the people who are studying than those who are studying in bachelor's degrees, in undergraduate. I hope postgraduate can enhance. When you have postgraduate, you are working on the market. You get great chance of becoming chosen at job market.
Okay, but I wanted to know your first name only, simple name. First name.
First name.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Muhirwa.
Mihirwa. Okay. So Mihirwa, what I wanted to tell you, in reality this is not true. I can tell you in Rwanda now. Majority of those, of course, because we announced that we want, for example, assistant researchers or want administration.
Yeah.
Many of them, they are having masters, and they've graduated from China, from Turkey, from different countries actually. Okay, and they are not having jobs. So it's not necessarily that you will get a job because you have a master. But let's face reality, not so mislead each other. Okay, actually it becomes more difficult unless it is government position and he already in the government. That is what this doctor he meant. I'm already in the government. The government saying if you want to be a director, you must have a master or equivalent. Maybe programs that they go for a long time, for 1 year or something. So this is not right. And also I have to say something also wanted to comment. Not always a student that will graduate from even a good university, let alone, we don't know so many universities are, or even though we make equivalence for it, and they are true, the certificate is true, not necessarily that they will equip the student with the capacity that he will meet life. I interviewed many people with masters, but I end up taking people with a BSc. Okay, and I actually, why? Because the master people, they think they know. Okay, and sometimes even the PhD people. Okay, and they don't know how much they don't know. Okay, and this, by the way, very dangerous. Sometimes the certificate make you know, you think, and you know, but you don't know how much. Even I asked them in their fields, being a multidisciplinary background. I come from 2 PhDs, 2 masters, from different, from engineering and from economics and management. I have the ability to ask different questions and so on. I feel people sometimes are not equipped for. They get a master, but they are not benefiting from the master. Because the master level, it will make you analyze, ability to analyze. The PhD people, they are supposed to do, for example, research. Okay? And they are supposed to, what we said about analysis, the second one, the word is the second word, which I want you to write it for you, and you Google it or write, say it in Rwandese. I don't know what's in Rwandese. This is called synthesis. Okay? Synthesis. Okay. So the difference between analysis. Okay, this is the master. The master student, or MSc, or a BA, okay, or MA, okay. This is the type of student. His ability to analyze will be higher. But the PhD student, he's supposed to synthesize, okay. His ability or her ability to see the problem from different perspectives is much higher. The master will be like a specialist person. Okay? If he's engineering, he will become like more of engineering analysis. If he's in mathematics or statistics, he will become specialist as, and they call them specialists. Right? But the PhD, whatever his field background, this is what's supposed to be. His ability to synthesize the problems and deal with the reality of the challenges of life is supposed to be better. Now in reality, whatever I am seeing, not only in Rwanda, but even in our country, all over the world, and we have many people of PhD, but they don't have this ability. And we have many people of master, and they don't have this ability.
Yes.
Okay. It's not about also, like more knowledge. Okay. It's about the ability to manage the knowledge from certain perspective. Okay. And this is what we are not getting here. And this is what we are, and inshallah, we hope, with the SIAS, we are trying to do something different so that we make sure and the graduate of the master, he will have the ability to analyze what is the problem around the community, since we are specialized in social economy. It's our field, social economy. So he or she will have the ability to do this. Synthesis, he will have the ability to link constructs together and bring them together, these different variables, and he try to clip them together. Okay, through applied research, not through table-based research, through going to the field and collecting the data and so on. Yeah. So thanks a lot, brother, or my son. Okay, any other comments before we go to the other point? And I'm just preparing. Ali, do you have any answer for this? Do you think that PhD or master, you go for a master, you finish your BC, right? You are with the research, right? Both of them, they finish from in education, specialized in education. So do you think if you go for master, it will give you more opportunities?
Not at all. Not at all, because today, certificate does not provide a job to a person. I think the job is not only from certificate. You have to show your capability, what you want, what you know, between what you have studied and what you can provide. Because nowadays you find people who have completed their study at any level, even postgraduate, but within the applying what they have studied, it's a different, very, very huge difference. For example, can you complete your master's and you are not able to synthesize, to analyze, as you have told us. So for me, in short words, I think it's not at all to the postgraduate enhance African job market. But as you continue your study, master's, PhD at any level, it gives you the chance. It gives a chance to go deep with some different activities. For example, if you are studying economics, as you continue, you get more chance to explore more opportunity related to economics. But I think you have to balance what you have studied and what you have to provide to the community. Thank you.
And I think Ali is taking us to another point. And it's better usually. They have some working experience for 1 or 2 years before you go for your master. Or before you go to PhD. The more you build experience, the more you know what you want. Okay. Yes.
I have also a point to say about the role of this postgraduate studies
Yes.
in the current Africa. So I personally, I believe that those postgraduate studies are very important because they have added value to the degree that one has or knowledge that one has. It increases knowledge in research and analysis and so on. But it is somehow affected by the interest of someone who are going to enroll with them. In education, you have 4 types of students basing on their interest in studying. And that interest serves in the feedback of those postgraduate students. Even after completing their studies, it gives positive feedback or negative feedback. Those kind of those categories, those students are categorized in four types. First one is called the convert. Is called the traditional. That student is interested in one program, postgraduate program maybe, and he is passionate about it. He wants to learn it. He is thirsty of learning it, its contents and so on, so that he can do something better after even completing it. And even joining expertise where he will be using it. There is also another kind of student who is called the convert students, postgraduate students. Those students are not interested in the program and they are given an opportunity to join it, and once they join it, they get passionate about it, they like it.
Over time?
Yes, over time, because of what they are getting from it and so on. There is also another one who is called the Maverick student.
Okay.
Those kind of students are
Ali, write it down. Yes.
those kind of students have no interest in learning that.
Okay.
They
Not interested.
Yes, they're not interested.
But they got scholarship and they want to.
Yes, they only go there because they have got opportunity to run the program, but they have no interest in it at all. When those students go at the lab work, they do not perform well because they are only joined the program because they got the opportunity to run, not to. So they have no interest in it. There are also other ones who are called reservationists. Reservationist students. They are only looking for a degree, like what you said before, having a PhD is a prestige. They only want prestige, not seeking any knowledge or what.
Income, getting more income.
Yes. So that's it. So the outcome of their interest can also affect negatively or positively, and this can also affect the knowledge that they have got from it. So the role of these postgraduate studies can also be, that's what I mean, can also be affected by the laws, by the interest of the students. So that's what I can say. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Good input. We're learning. This is why I believe that universities should not take people by first come, first serve. They should be really care about their intake, and they have a filtration system. Or the rejection will be planned. And for example, if students, as you said, the first 2 are very important.
Yes.
Okay. But the problem, Lisa, if you have your specialty in education, I don't know from my experience. I don't know which student will be. You don't know which student will be the one which is after these 2. These 2 we can show them from the test or from the interview. But the other 2 maybe can be better than these first 2.
Yes, that's true.
This is from my experience. Okay. And I can tell you from my experience, I teach only, by the way, master students in Bahrain. I used to teach. And from my experience, the A students, which is passionate, they want to do, and they were always, actually they are ahead of you, and they were proactive. Okay? And my class, sometimes they don't get A, they get B or C. And the D students in my class, they get A. Because, by the way, these people, which is the second, the third and the fourth type, which is you mentioned, they never had people to inspire them. And because we use, because I teach inspiration economy, and Bahrain I teach inspiration and entrepreneurship, innovation, change management, these are my classes. Because I use different techniques, and it's not class, not exam, no exam, open book exams, and so on. So it is, you can't categorize people easily in the third and fourth. In the first and two, 1 and 2 is good, okay? And for that, by the way, even now leading universities around the world, they are changing their way of taking the students. It used to be, you have to have high grades, you have to have certain marks, you have to come from, for example, you have income. No. They are increasing the diversity. Even poor students, they're becoming also poor, poor in education, not poor in economy. Still they are taken. Because they consider that these people, maybe in the practical side, they will thrive and they make the class better. Okay. You wanted to comment?
Whether I'm so late, for now maybe I can see something later if you don't mind.
Okay, no problem. What's your name?
Cynthia.
From where? Are you a student or education?
Waiting for graduation.
Graduation. Which university?
Kigali Independent University.
Kigali?
Independent University.
Independent, okay, yes, I am. Okay, let's go for the second one. So the second one, Ali, can you read it, please?
What challenge do African students face in assessing postgraduate education, and how can this be overcome?
Okay, what is the challenge? And do you feel there are students in Africa? Is it personal? Maybe some of you is personal, have gone through that. Would like to study master, but they couldn't because of certain challenge. Is there challenges, first of all? I don't know. I want to know now. I'm from outside Africa. Yes, is there a challenge? Yes?
Yeah.
Please.
Thank you so much. My name is Fabrice from Bandwidth National Organization. So there are many challenges young people, especially young people, they face. First of all, disability, what I call ability or poor. It's very challenges. Secondly, there is lack of information. Many people don't have information on how they can attend postgraduate. They don't know where I can attend, how, what required. So this is one. This one is lack of information. The other one that I have mentioned is poor. Some people, they are not able to pay the money that the child for attending postgraduate due to it's very expensive. It's very expensive, especially in Uganda. Some of them, they're looking their postgraduate in abroad countries where they got some scholarships. Even it can be partial full, but here it's not easy to attend. It requires much money. So those are two challenges I can mention.
Now you finished your BC?
No, I have never attended postgraduate.
Okay, BC, even bachelor?
Yeah, bachelor I attended.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Which area?
In land survey. I'm engineer.
Engineer, land survey. Okay. Okay, thank you for this. Okay, please. Remind your name?
Cynthia.
Cynthia. Okay, easy. Like Alice. It's easy.
Okay. On my side, the first challenge African students they meet here.
Can you raise your voice and can you put the camera?
Especially here in Rwanda, here students prefer like our parents. They want us to study the best faculty they want, and they don't hear us what we want to study. And then it became a challenge for us to study hard the faculty we didn't even want. So I think that's the challenges here students in Rwanda.
And this, by the way, challenge all over the world. Yeah, the interference of parents, even in developed countries, is even higher than the developing countries. And they interfere with their children's, what is that? Because they believe this job will bring them, or this specialty will bring them better jobs. Okay, but they end up studying something that they don't like. Yes. Okay. You wanted to say something? Yes.
And we also can hope that
If any-
sometimes they need the orientation to know in the context what are the needs, to see what type of postgraduates to do. And other challenges, you know, that we face the problem of poverty. So it is not easy for some students to have laptop like this, you know, that the material are very important, and also, for example, to have a airtime, because you need to download some more information, and you also the problem is that you have a money for transport. That also it is a challenge. And also I can say that there are people who have those skills, more skills, but they don't have a possibility to attend postgraduate studies. Yes.
How do you believe, Branta, that we can get these people? And I'm talking now about for SIAS, we are very interested. We want those people who are, they want to study, like which is one, I think type 1 and type 2, which is
There is traditional and convert.
Huh?
There is traditional. Who is interested?
Traditional?
Yes, traditional students.
Okay. And the convert. How can we, you think we can get to know these? Do you have any suggestion? Anybody? Okay. Maybe you can think about it later. Yeah.
You mean in class?
How can we get to know these?
These types of students, or?
Yeah, those who are passionate. Really, but they cannot afford, because the financial issue has been repeated with Fabrice and Ibrata, for example. Anyway, we say, yeah, we believe in any institute that is doing postgraduate, they will be like stupid if they are trying to make a profit from because postgraduate studies already is a loss. For that, most universities, what they do, they have PhD programs, because that's where the money comes. Okay, but and if you want to make more money, go lower, higher education. I mean, higher school, high school. Okay, if you want to make more money, go intermediary or elementary school. There's the money in this area. But postgraduate is not for money. Postgraduates, for that, only prestigious institutes in the world they do that. Not all the institutes. Even in my university, the largest university, like University of Rwanda, it's University of Bahrain. But we are very careful in opening PhD programs. Why? Because we calculate it from cost point of view.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Because that the teacher per head is different. The numbers, the facilities, and so on. Okay. You want to say something?
Yes, I think in addition to the challenges, we have to recognize that in Africa especially, and East Africa in particular, is the poorest worldwide in education. So we have...
so East Africa is less than West Africa?
Yes.
Really?
Even Southern Africa.
Really?
Yes.
No, Southern Africa I know, because there is South Africa itself and Pontown or whatever, these countries are very
high. Zimbabwe,
Botswana, yes.
South Africa.
Yes.
Yeah, but when you consider East Africa, Rwanda, Burundi, Uganda, Sudan, don't say even postgraduate, the literacy level is low. Yeah, you can compare, for instance, if you compare countries like Japan, Singapore, the literacy rate is 97, 8, 99%. In Rwanda, we are still 75, 76% in literacy level, and that's too much effort of the government for education for all. Even before 1994 genocide, the school was were very few and very limited chance to go to school, even for secondary school, not university. So I think the first challenge we have in Africa is environment. Environment. And that is where resilience should come from. Many parents will say, oh, who can afford to pay you even secondary school, even primary school? The government can try to support even NGOs like World Vision, like Care International, like that US-based organization.
Okay.
You said and also Mastercard,
African leadership?
No, even I'm saying for even the schools, I mean secondary school, compassion. Yes, compassion. You see, everybody is trying to see how they can rise up the education in Africa, especially South Africa. Thank you for coming and contributing. Because the environment for education is thriving but static. Rwanda is progressing well, but Sudan still has a big problem, South Sudan especially. I think Burundi also.
Sudan, which is North Sudan, Sudan is very too many PhD students.
North Sudan, but South Sudan is still, even Uganda and I think East Africa is really having environmental.
Okay, but now if we go back to the challenges. Let's say now for example, our model. This is if we know that we have one type 1 or type 2, and we know that they have experience in solving problems in the field, or they will help us in solving problems. We will sponsor them. So let's say we remove this challenge, which is the financial challenge. What is the other challenges, do you think? Forget about the financial, yes.
One of the challenge, I think, is educational background. Educational background. For me, I have an experience with that. I go to study applied statistics. In my high school, I did mathematics, chemistry, and biology. But I go at university level and I find I should learn computer science. Even if I didn't see any computer where I have gone in my high school. So it became me a challenge, and when I know those courses about computer, I will not be the best. Even if I go in postgraduate studies, I will know some computer skills but not the best, because my foundation is weak. Okay, that's the one of the challenge, I think. That's a very big problem for us as an Africans.
Okay, so now this is something I think interesting, a very important point that we focus on.
Yeah.
You want to say something?
Yeah, so to second what Cynthia had said, so in general, there's a way, especially here in Africa, where our parents, they just know bachelor. I'll talk from my end. For instance, my mom, now maybe she knows that bachelor is the limit. So that's the most obvious. Maybe you talk to your parents, they know after high school you have to go to university and get a bachelor, and that's it. So our parents in today, they don't know they are not much educated. You'll tell a parent about masters and he or she will be like, I know, like, that's not necessary. Or maybe he'll just blush it away. And so I think that's the most common challenge as Africans we are facing from the end of our parents. So our parents will know, the mind will be like, I'll just pay your school fees until you're done with your bachelor's. For the masters, if you bring that plan, it will be just something unexpected and something that he or she won't involve himself with. So yeah, basically apart from poverty, and I think that's another issue we are all facing.
Okay, yes sir.
Okay,
turn the camera.
I would like that my point goes in the same line with the one of Hira. We can call it lack of extrinsic motivation. That's how we can call it. Because, and that lack of extrinsic motivation is also caused by I can call it the capitalist mind. So they tell you, first of all, you have to look for money, money is more necessary than the education you're going to enroll to, and then you feel discouraged. Even my friends, I tell them I want to do my master's. They tell me, oh, instead of looking for money, getting married, you want to enroll to a postgraduate. Are you crazy? So that lack of extrinsic motivation causes also lack of intrinsic motivation. And you go in the same line of those people who are telling you that. And then it's a big challenge. They tell you the problems, it is very expensive, it is useless, you can't get a job for that. So,
no, but from a parent point of view,
yes.
especially if they are poor, they have the right. And I have to play their role now. If they have the money, they don't have the money, and I don't feel their feelings. So I have the money, I'm encouraging my children, because I have the money, okay? Whether they need it from me or they can and they have good salaries already.
No, that...
But I'm saying, in your case, I know what you're talking about. But the parents also, they want to have some support, especially in the rural areas. Because by the way, now so far, we're not talking about rural areas, we're talking only about, the metropolitan or cities. But rural area, maybe I think, my son here, he came from a rural area, right? Yeah. So this is where the gap and the challenge will be much more. Okay, and I'm trying to hold myself, and not to prejudge or to push you, right? But really, I feel sometimes I'm proud of our model because it's removed all of these things. It removed we need people that pay, especially from Arab world, okay? Because they have money. Whoever can have money, we want them to pay and come and study and so on. But the model that we are creating, and we support, and I encourage all the universities if they want to create a change in the community. Because money, by the way, even can be created later. Now, today, a rich person, okay, from my family or upper middle class, from my family or from Arab world or from, European even country, okay, he would like to sit in the class, not with the rich people that they talk with him the same language and they see things in the same way, okay, that paradigm. He'd like to talk with the different levels of people, or economic level I'm talking about, okay. They will give them even an economic idea. Okay? And this is why now many leading universities, as I told you, they are encouraging diversity. I'm talking about Harvard, MIT. If you enter their website, you can see that people coming from different countries and the scholarship is becoming higher. Scholarship used to be 10%. Now in MIT and so on, it's becoming 60%. Okay? Majority is scholarship. And those who can afford to pay, they are paying higher. They are limiting even their accessibility. Okay? Why? Because they start to see the outcome in the community. What Isa said, for example, first Fabrice said about the problem of okay, about the problem of the finance. Sure, I think the brother also talked about the finance. Okay, this is something that, let's say, it is removed as a challenge. Second thing, it should be multidisciplinary, which means that I don't have to have a specific high background. Okay, computers are a must in every program. It will be unfair to say that you don't need a computer. Okay, but the level of the computer, it should depend on what things, if he's going to do statistical modeling through computers, maybe using SPSS or something like this, you have to know computers, little bit. But how much he knows, he should know from computer. This is why we say, even there's supposed to be what we call bridging models. These bridging models means, my son here, what is he needs in computers? You shouldn't go for all the computer science, for example, class, or 3 or 4. You go for one course, similar, designed for people like him, who want to know more about utilization of computer in statistics. Okay? This is where I think we are missing, and this is where we are saying in our models, and we are trying to create this model. There's bridging courses. You see, for example, we say it's inspiration economy, resilience economy. One of the criticism of the HEC, you are not giving microeconomics and macroeconomics. And we convinced them, we told them, if we go into that field, Then like Isa was saying, as if we are teaching capital-based economy. We are teaching new economies. Okay. So we can bridge the gap by giving some economics, some mathematics, for the students coming from medicine.
Yes.
So the background is totally open. Okay, and this is what we need to encourage. By the way, I'm not praising my model, I'm encouraging that you guys look for such models, even for if you're going for other universities. Because this is the way education should be. Okay, otherwise at least to thrive the education, maybe not should be. It's not fair, and education is also living good. Okay. So I'm saying here that challenges we can turn it into opportunities. Okay. No money, actually, now the good universities, they should supposed to look for people like this. Okay? But we should not also undermine the third point now, which is I'm saying. Can I work and study? Yes, for master or PhD. Yes. For BSc it will be difficult a little bit. Yeah. But frankly, you can work and study. It is because if you are not managing time properly, you go for a full time. Okay? For that, even our staff, and we told them, their scholarship is part of their salaries. Their salary, to raise the salary, is considered that this is they are getting scholarship. Okay? Because this is where I want to encourage people. See, I did many studies about inspiration. And just in a summary, which I don't want to talk a lot, I want to hear from you. We found out in summary, those who work since they are young and they go to education, they don't correct what? Labor childhood or child abuse or child labor or something like this. No, they become the best students or the inspiring students. Those who work with their parents when they were working, maybe for example cleaning, or they were doing the merchandising, selling products, something like this. They become the students that they are going to change the world. This is a reality. And this is what I discovered later when I had my children, and then I start to apply to my children. And I noticed I managed to catch them in this way. They have to earn it, They don't give them money easily. You have to do this, and then I'll do it for you. To clean the house, to clean my car, to do whatever. Okay? To create something for them. I found that these are the people that they become more inspiring, more persistent, more perseverance. What is it in Rwandan? Persistence? Persistent French also seems to
yes, it's also making it's like
okay, and perseverance, perseverance? The persistence is different. Okay? Persistence means you continue to want to break the wall. Okay? Perseverance, no, you always have this proactiveness. You are proactive. You approach the thing. See this guy, Ali? Let's give him applause. I'll tell you why. Okay? If I don't take his project, I take him as one of SIAS staff. Because they know how much he's perseverance and persistent. Okay? It's not working, but he's insisting. Either he get a job from us, or he convinces us. He didn't say, I want to work with you yet. But I am convinced about him more. That this guy, because he attend everything, he tried to participate, he lead the teams, okay, and he want to learn. Even though he didn't ask for something. Didn't ask for money, didn't ask for a report. Even the project he applied for us many times, and we rejected him. But still he's, persistent and he wants to achieve, because he knows that this place can help him. Maybe other places also can help us. Okay. So anyway, what I wanted to say here is very important is that we see things from different perspectives. The third point I was saying, what I want to say based on Isa's third point, and the more you are a master, and this is what made me different from other people, what made me even as a professor different than other professors, because many other professors had the chance, they study all the way, they never worked, okay? They never stopped and worked or had the challenge of life. I brought with me working and did a first master, working and did a second master. And for that I jumped from one master to the other, one PhD to the other. Okay, why? because I noticed that I need that. I found that I can help the world better when I do this type of master or this type of education. So I don't think when you do your studies, postgraduate studies, you're supposed to stop Isa. Okay? And this is what you convince your parents. Actually, and I'm learning, and I am at the same time supporting you as a family. At the same time, I am building myself for a better salary, which I support you in the future. This is the dialogue that we should go for. Okay, so Cynthia, can you read for us this one?
What is the potential?
Raise your voice.
What is the potential for postgraduate studies to drive innovation and entrepreneurship in Africa?
Okay, so I know that, for example, here there is the African. Unfortunately, we don't have any students from them. The African Leadership University you are having here, right? They are supposed to do also this part of this. But in reality, did you see many students that did masters, role models, let's say? This is one of my questions to you. That did master and started to become, let's say, entrepreneurs or become leaders because of their master. Master helped them. This 1.5 year, I believe master shouldn't be less than 1.5 year, by the way, because some schools, they do it 1 year, it's not fair. Okay. And we have it here 2 years because we want people to really learn a lot in practice, not in. So, did you see people that masters change them? Anybody? I personally experienced many people that master has helped people to bring lots of innovation. Actually, they got one idea, one perspective, maybe sometimes not from the class, maybe from a colleague. Because like Dr. Emmanuel was saying, sometimes the networking itself, the environment of education itself, it can help you to know someone. Like I know Ali, okay, Ali is interested in this area, so I start to do this.
Mostly even bachelor's degree. I have been teaching 14 years ago, and most of my undergraduate students have been very innovative. For instance, there's some women who have found, for instance, NGOs for women organizations. They are now at the top leadership position in civil society organization platforms here in Rwanda. And this is a sign that they have been very innovative. For postgraduate level, as I said, we still have very few people in postgraduate. The reason is that in the bigger University of Rwanda, the big University of Rwanda, we used to teach on undergraduates, still new.
Recently?
Yes, even postgraduates are still new.
Yes.
Many programs are not there.
They put them down, but not yet activated.
Yes, not yet activated. Maybe 5 years ago, we started master's program. So we don't have yet very impactful postgraduate students.
What is the outcome?
Yes, but for bachelor's degree already, I can see very
clear in the market. Well, for
different
sure.
areas.
Well, for sure, I think your students, from the university, can see they have leadership and so on.
Yes.
I lectured many times in that university. Okay, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I can see that in IT, whatever you have the coverage in IT, and I think that is due to our students who did the postgraduate in IT, either maybe it is in Rwanda and also from outside.
Okay. So yeah, as she said, for example, Rwanda is very popular in data science now. Your country, actually even you are advanced compared to many countries, even developing other than Africa, in electronics and in mobile banking and so on. My question for here also, can you read it for us, brother?
What made inspire you to pursue further education?
Yes. What are the inspiration? if let's say we do a platform with you, what things you are expecting or something that inspires you? You know the difference between inspiration and motivation? Yes, what is the difference?
Yeah, for me, for example, it is for career advancement, because if I get a...
Yes, sir.
I'm saying that it is the career advancement, because if I get more, or if I get, for example, PhD, I can apply for good opportunities, job opportunities at international level and even in the country, because with postgraduate study, you gain more skills. There is improvement in analytical thinking, and also with postgraduate, there is networking, because at school, at university, you meet with other people and you have a networking. Other things is that with postgraduate, there is the social and cultural development, because he gave an example for someone who did the study in Chinese. So you get other culture like skills in language. This is the opportunity for you to get more other job opportunities.
Okay. But I wanted to again emphasize, what is the difference between to inspire and to motivate? Anybody? Yes.
From my side, I think to inspire, it's like something helping to do something. Maybe, for example, I saw my friend, he did something well. That's inspiring me to do that, because I saw that he is successful. But motivation, it's like, it's similar somehow, but motivation is it's similar somehow.
Maybe I have to say, and it's about motivation is good.
Okay, so on motivation, it's more or less of inspires what she's saying. Motivation is, I think it's from within. Motivation is what's within, and inspires from what you see outside.
No, totally opposite. Inspiration, always it is from inside. But what happened, and then you see a role model, or you see, as she said maybe, or something, for example, a crisis, as I was saying before, okay? Or maybe a challenge, or maybe, education itself, okay? It is like someone, the ignition was outside. Something has made the ignition to come inside. So now I started to be inspired, even if I don't get the incentives. The incentives, for example, get grades, I know that I will be recruited directly. Okay. So the inspiration, something from within. Okay, it triggers you to do something, but based on something else that hasn't happened in the past. Okay, maybe again a challenge. Someone told you, for example, you can't do it. Someone maybe don't like you, or he like you. Well, you cannot finish your master. You cannot finish your PhD. You, Muhammad Baiti, you are a practitioner. You are meant for to be. You are good in this area. Why you go for academic? Okay. You know what challenged me to do my second PhD? Because I thought I had a PhD in medical physics, which is I don't talk about a lot. I always talk about my economics now. But challenge me is that we don't understand what you are saying. They call me doctor. I go lecture all over the world, and they embarrass them. I'm not doctor. I say, no, you are doctor for us. You are doctor for us. Okay. So I used to laugh at doctors actually. Okay. Or have and so on. But the most important, people started to challenge me, to tell me what you are saying is holographic for us. Very difficult to understand. And what you are doing, solving the problem, only you will do it because you are a genius. Okay? I wanted to prove I'm not genius. I'm not a normal person. Okay? So, and I started to do and my PhD by the way about the subject actually, about knowledge, economy, and how do people have tacit knowledge, explicit knowledge, literally, and that's what I'm talking about. Which means, we have sometimes many things within us. Okay? And all of us have it, but we don't explore it. We don't utilize it. Okay? So the question here again is what might inspire you to pursue your further education. What is the thing, for example, okay? Do you think the person will be more inspired if he have a dream that he will change the world, more inspired to go for higher education? Yes or no?
Yes.
But if a person, you have a dream only that you want to have higher position or higher salary, okay? You say no, because he can't see the hidden opportunities. So I already, and by the way, I've seen many people who regret, including myself, because I studied later my master's and PhD in this area, which I'm now teaching. Okay, I used to do it as a practitioner. My master, the first master PhD, as a practitioner, because that is where my area. But now I became a researcher. What is again the reasons is sometimes there are changes that come to your life, and you want to see that whether this will help you to overcome this challenge or not. So this is maybe source of inspiration. There are a lot of sources. One of them is, for example, to show yourself, and you can be, self-satisfied. I can satisfy myself if I go for higher education. I can change my community because higher education. And here will come with a question. See what is Isa was saying about the second, the third, and fourth type. Isa and Ali, because they are in education. Because they don't have a question for why they are going to the. We always say the most important question is not what. Okay? The most important question in our life, why? Why I want to go for something? Why I want to do a master? Why I want to do PhD? This is the question sometimes we don't have time to answer it because we are busy with life. Okay? But if you go with answering the why, it will help you a lot to achieve, I think, better. And this is where I think there are many sources for inspiration that we need to look for to continue our education and so on. Now, can we have this brother? Can you read it for us?
Thank you so much. How does pursuing a postgraduate degree align with your goals for contributing to development of your country?
Okay. How can? Again, repeat it.
How does pursuing a postgraduate degree align with your goals for contributing to the development of your country?
So this is a question and like it's a statement. Okay, let's say it's not fair to say the question. Do you believe that someone goes for again postgraduate or do a study in masters or PhD? If he have not set his goals, will it be as successful? Yes and no. Right.
I guess.
Possibility is 50-50.
Yeah.
Can we agree on that? But if someone have aligned his goals with going for master, okay, what is the outcome? He will be a strong student, maybe not a student, but a strong student. I mean, you will not try to understand. Because by the way, not necessarily that a student, even a BC, right, or bachelor, not necessarily a student is the one who's most understanding. Yes. He's the good one who maybe memorize and maybe answer the exam as per our professor's exams, okay? But not necessarily. I am as a person, always I don't call even my children to be A students, but to be B students, C+ students, not D students, right? Why? Because this is the area where I believe that they know how to implement it, at least they will have the practice. Okay, so again, the question here, aligning our goals. Okay, if we align our goals and we have a master, can we develop our community?
Yes.
Even better.
So by aligning our goals, we can really develop the community, we can impact the community in different ways and so on. Okay, welcome. So let's go for the next one. How do you think a postgraduate degree will affect your development or your trajectory? Okay. You know what is the development trajectory, right? It's like going into like any faster acceleration. You know, we have always two things, but even in life, we have something called incubation. Okay, incubator they call it sometimes, right? You have your incubators, I think. Rawan, and on the university, you have incubators? Doctor? Do you have incubators?
Yes.
Okay. And you have what? Accelerator. Okay. Acceleration means is that it will help you to have the network. Actually, I can say it's the 4 5 P's. Very interesting for you, even for the NGOs. What are the most important 5 P's for any NGO or any organization to be strong, to be leading? People, right? The product, which is the service also I'm doing. What is the product I'm giving? They call it proposition, right? Okay. Then the partners. Okay. Then the process. And then the promotion. Okay. And we can increase. There is a plan. Okay. There are other things that we can increase. But these are the 5 P's. Okay. Actually, in certain countries, they put, bees, bees, the green bees. And they say 5 P's. They put 5 P's. Okay, so that they remind you. Okay. That these 5 P's can make a difference. Same thing is here. Okay. What is postgraduate will give you? Okay. To create these 5 P's. Example. Can someone give me an example? Either from experience or from now you are targeting. If you're going to go for a master, Ali, what is one of the 5 P's? We said people, product means service also, not only product, right? Yeah. Process, partners, and we said promotion. Yes. What do you think the master will help you go to master from these 5 P's?
Okay, for the products, I think masters will help me to achieve or to pursue my objective so that I can contribute, I can reach all my dreams, so that I can provide something to community. For example, if I have a project in my mind, I will be able to apply the skills and knowledge I have got from my master's study, so that I can provide something to community. So for the people, I think, as you increase your study, as you go for different occupation institution, you will meet with different people who become very important, both maybe negative or positive to you, but you will learn from them. For the process, so as I will...
Ali is saying about other P, which is the project. He's saying the more I will study, I will know which the projects that I want to do and the way I want to do it, which is another P. Yes, okay.
Because for the process, I think as I continue to study in my master's PhD, so I think I will go more techniques, more methods that I will pass through with my life or with my target. For example, if I continue with my occupation in education, I will learn more theories and practice to apply in education so that I can develop or improve education in Rwanda. For the promotions, so there is a term that I always think is important. The people who knows are different from who don't know. As I keep learning, keep getting something from my study, I will get the way to market, to put my products or to put my skills and knowledge on the market. There are some people in society who know something, but they always hide themselves. We always showing the people they know this. But I think when I continue to study, I will able and I will start to shine, stand and shine, showing this community, I know this, I can do this, I can provide this, so that the people, they can collaborate with me to develop or to get a part in developing our community. Thank you.
Okay, to encourage what I think I learned from Harry also, and this encourages us, when we go for higher studies, it encourages us to know what to share with the community, what to share with the world. Because by the way, many people, they are maybe always, I used to be told by our leaders in our region, I used to be expert for the governments. And they used to tell me, Muhammad, they remind me sometime, not to become fatter, okay? Means I think, oh, I am the best guy, solve solutions. Say, Muhammad, there are many people better than you. Okay, I mean some of the good, wise guys work with me, but only they didn't have the chance to reach us, or know how to approach us, or present themselves to us. So there are always, we should think like this, that there are many people, like someone was saying this, I think earlier today, and there are many people who cannot access the the education. They are better than us. They can help the world better than us, and we will be a source for their inspiration. Okay, which is much more. If I die today, and I know that I have inspired someone like Einstein, even if he comes after 30 years, for me it's better than to say that I am the Einstein of this era, because this maybe he can do something much better than us.
Yes.
Okay, this is what is I think. Yeah. Any other comments before we go to the next point? Because we are running out of time, and we're supposed to have only 1.5 hours, so we'll go for 5 minutes more or 10 minutes. Okay, so how do again, who can read it? This one, maybe brother Fabrice, can you read that?
How do financial constraints impact the decision to undertake postgraduate studies, and what solution would you suggest?
Okay, I think we talked about that earlier. So what is the solution? I suggested one solution, which is what?
Working and studying at the same time.
Yes. Learning by doing. You are learning and doing at the same time. Yeah. This is your ability to learn actually better than those who only learn, memorize, go to the exam or go to the project, but they want to finish the modules more than benefit from the modules. Okay. And this may be what made me different, I think, from many professors. I was the one who introduced new programs in our university. Many professors, they are very popular. They have published many books in economics, but they didn't dare to, or they didn't see the importance of whatever I produce later. Okay. And these professors, they are retired now. Okay. They are very good professors teaching. They are very good teaching history professors. I'm saying, even not. I am not yet a professor, but they didn't dare to bring something new to the world because they didn't have a working experience. The school of life for them is the school of school. Yes. There is a school of life only, while for us, I'm supposed to have the school of life to support us. Okay, any other thing about other than working? I gave another solution also.
Yeah, I can add on the creation of awareness on scholarships for different beneficiaries.
Yes.
I think that can also be a solution.
And by the way, awareness you are doing, and to be fair with the government or even your newspapers and so on, I was telling even our team, subscribe to these newspapers, and I think electronic ones, they announce a lot about scholarship. You have scholarship so much from all over the world. And I think because you are one of the loved countries, or European countries, especially. So you have many scholarships for people and so on. Okay. Scholarship, what else other than scholarship? Any innovative solution? Again, it comes to the reality of you can be working as I see it in many universities. Even when I was in America and UK for doing my other degrees, they work in the restaurants and in the university, or in the printing shop of the university, or helping the teachers as an assistant and so on. And they become later professors because they live this culture. They were around these people, you know. So they learn from them, and even though they were doing the the lower jobs, we can call them lower jobs, but they are good jobs anyway. Okay, any comments on that? Yes, please.
As she said, the scholarship really adds something. Like there are some students who want to study, but they have in poor financially, and for like government helping those children, those students who have poor financially and help them to get opportunity to study, like best students. You get what I mean? Like the students who had a good grades.
Great, yeah.
Yes. By helping those students and giving them scholarships so that they can
Continue, yes. Yeah, but I want to talk about the normal, and the exception are a few. The norm of people, what you said is good also. There are many other options, even applying for scholarship, like the doctor was saying earlier. There are many scholarship, applying from here to study here. And from, like mines, which is, I think, Mandela's, they call it Mandela Initiative, right?
Yeah.
For teaching or something. If there is a will, there is a way. If there is a will, there is a way. Okay. Sometimes you start as a student and you pay full tuition, maybe second semester they tell you 50% off. Because you will, because you are passionate. Okay? Because you are going to create something new. Now, what is, can you read this?
What specific skills or knowledge are you hoping to gain from postgraduate studies that you feel are essential for your chosen field?
Okay. If you decide to go for postgraduate, what type of skills or knowledge that you think you can gain? Let's say, let me take Librata, because Librata, she's interested to do her postgraduate. Yes. Even though she's expert. She's an expert in research and statistics and so on. Yes.
For me, for example, I would like to do specific skills, specifically research-based.
Yes.
Research, and also skills about the analytical and the it is in research and also capacity of analysis and then also networking.
Okay. I think what you need more on you is publication. Because you are doing now the course and so on. But publication, and this will help you to be confident in publishing. Okay. Anybody else? What type of skills do you think that will add to your purpose?
The skills I think is project management, especially in our field of civil society. Project management is very important. We always make if something what I can call what you call a framework, how design the things we are going to implement, how we manage them by achieving good results according to what you wish before we start. When you're good in project management, you can achieve easily what you plan to do. So this is the specific things I hope to gain when I had the opportunity of doing that postgraduate.
What he says is exactly what we said at the beginning about analysis. Okay, the difference between, if you see, by the way, can you do synthesis if you don't have this? No. So this one is like the staircase for going to this. Okay. Now what he told you, the word very important. He said about framework. Okay. Project management is not only for engineers. Project management is for every one of us. How many projects we fail in life? Many, right? With our children, in our marriage, problems, maybe in our extended family, maybe our friends, maybe our life, maybe our movement, how we make income, right? And what Fabrice said is basically about these, the project management is all about QCD, which means, yes?
Quality, cost, delivery.
Delivery. Okay. When you start to have these in your mindset here, okay, not on your mind, in your mindset, okay, you start to see things, you can make things. And this is one of the challenges I feel, sometimes not getting proper, even not, I want to recruit more people and having difficulty, because I found that people, they might do a quality work, but they at what cost? Very high cost.
Yes.
Or they are much lower than what we can afford to have. Okay, so this is again very important. This, if you have this in your mind, you can solve lots of problems with it, and you can be faster, you can be more proactive, you can bring solutions to the world much better. Elon Musk, for example. Okay, people think he's crazy because for cost he's spending so much, right? You remember now when he bought this Twitter X platform, right? You're aware about that, no? Elon Musk. Okay. Now Twitter is becoming, even though they brought, what is the other Instagram they brought? Threads. In the beginning, because people always, they went to something new. Everybody shifted to, but did it fail? X. Everybody said, oh, in a few months, this is billions of dollars will fall down. Now the best platform is X. Okay, so this is where his ability to judge things from quality, cost, delivery is very high. Okay, his ability to analyze and also synthesize is very high. Okay, so anything else about that? Any comments? Okay, I would comment here, and the question might be wrong. In BSc or Bachelor of Art, Bachelor of Science, and so on, it is okay to say to gain knowledge. But today, in reality, even for BSc by the way, but okay, we'll say BSc, okay. But today, in Masters, you are not supposed to gain knowledge. You are supposed to manage knowledge. So your ability to manage knowledge or optimize, knowledge utilization is supposed to be higher. But knowledge in reality today, it's available. You don't need to go for school even. Okay, you can even study from the internet, from this, you can learn a lot. But management of knowledge is what you need, I think, when you go for postgraduate studies. Okay. Now, what areas of research do you think? Can someone read it? Prof, can you read it for us?
Yes. What areas of research do you think are critical for postgraduate students to focus on in order to address the commitment, the continent, sorry, in order to address the
continents,
challenges? Yes.
Okay, even if you are not going to study, okay, I don't see her interested in this subject yet. But even if you don't study, what do you wish that people, because you are in the field, guys, some of you, what do you believe that people are supposed to focus on?
I think as a lecturer, they are
relevant to Africa.
For Africa, we have the key challenging gaps of knowledge, management, politics, and also science and technology.
Right.
Those are the gaps we have, especially first of all, because I say management because most of the Africans have a lot of projects, but as you said, they fail because they don't know how to do it in a very sustainable way. If you have, for instance, a shop, how do you raise it up and you make sure that your grandchild will also
stay
with it? That includes insuring it and the insurance company, maybe trying to to network with people who can help you in sustaining it and so on. Politics, we have a political challenge in Africa. That's a very serious area, and governance issue. Governance, how to do not be corrupt, how can we raise up institutions that, how can we raise the society which is resilient? If you didn't study, how can you put a child to school? That is the resilience. The other modes of thinking of the world, because Africa is lagging behind in economy globally. So how can we think in another way? These are things that you have to review, apart from science and technology.
Okay, any other comments? Or we go to the... Okay, I think the next slides. Okay, what opportunities, collaborations? I think this is what Librata was saying. Both within Africa and internationally, do you expect when you do your postgraduate experience? And what do you think? Let's say today, after 1 year from now, or 2 years after you finish, what type of collaboration this will give you? Collaboration from within Africa, or within, if you have different students coming from different countries with you in the class, does it make a difference?
Yes.
Yes.
This is what is supposed to be the master.
Of course.
The master of the class, if it is the same nationality, it is very weak class.
Yes.
The more you have international students, the more you are going to see that you are learning a lot.
Yes.
Okay?
That's true.
Yeah. And this is again something from my experience. For that, Bahrain, for example, we don't teach our classes in Arabic. Okay, we teach our classes in English. So to make sure it's open and fair. And we have, sometimes even they are not coming from abroad, maybe from families here. Ambassadors, families, whatever. And everybody will bring his own, perspective from different, even the word resilience, each one will give you different perspectives. Even if you are teaching it, you will learn from, these people and so on. Okay. Now, are there any cultural expectations or social pressures that influence you to go for postgraduate? And this is something bad, but not good, right?
Yes.
Yeah, negative. It's a negative question actually. That's here putting it, yeah. If the pressure is new, for example, I'm making pressure on my children to go for PhD because I know my colleagues also, my friends, they have their children also gone for PhD because they can afford it, they can study. And they study, when they study, the amount of evil in their life will be less because they don't have time. They always, think about something positive, So that's, okay. How can postgraduate education be more accessible to diverse population, including the underprivileged? Here I want our sister Alice to tell us, for your category of group. You are serving, I think, group with HIV and early motherhood, right? Yeah. So how can this group can be, let's say, considered or included, inclusion in such programs?
That categories we serve, some of them they don't have an education.
Okay.
They don't have an education as such. Some of them they have the certificate of hotelery, and some of have the tailoring. About education, they don't have
Yes.
yeah.
You don't have even people with bachelor.
I say in the area of outside of Kigali, but in Kigali we have done that.
We have some.
We have the youth who have a bachelor, secondary, at that level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again,
but in Kigali,
yes.
Yeah.
I'm saying again, from your perspective or anybody, how can we make our education our program in SIAS or any other program for master, not to be only for those who can afford it, but accessible for those, as you mentioned earlier, who cannot afford it even. But they are, because by the way, it adds value to the university, right? If you have people from different backgrounds, from different ethnicity, from different, perspective of life, or if they are very, for example, if all the people are non-vulnerable people, means they are strong, middle class or upper class, the class will talk the same language. But if you have people with, coming from vulnerable families, families that they could not afford to bring their children and so on, what would happen to the class? What do you think?
So you can think about the advocacy scholarship, but for the best, even if they are
Come from?
marginalized.
Yes.
But you have to think about it, the best, and also the inspiration to see what to do.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe there is also another possibility to, first possibility is to ask for funds for some donors.
Yes.
They can provide for the institutions some money for key stakeholders to just help the underprivileged, or we call it in Rwanda sometimes historically marginalized persons.
Which is like their family being always poor.
Yes.
Like this, they are coming from.
Yes.
The poverty is staying in the family, for example.
Yes.
Or people have maybe disability or something like this.
There are some programs, for instance, USAID, European Union. Those organizations can sometimes fund the institution if the institution have made a very clear project.
Yes.
As
you say, for example, you have these students,
yes,
and we need your support in these.
Yes. And there is some other things that been made by, for instance, the university where our sister studied.
Kigali Independent.
Yes. The owner, Professor
Program.
we can provide some scholarship designed for
these people.
Yes, for those underprivileged or marginalized persons. Just not so many, but he has provided some.
Yes.
Yeah. And for instance, there are also, for instance, genocide survivors. They used to have some scholarship from fund called FASH. That was in Rwanda. There are many ways we can even make partnership with the youth organizations. Very good organization also. The government support these, and or maybe a network of government for development bank.
Africa?
Yeah, that it was on the side of raising finance. Yes, because education is expensive, there is no more ways apart from making donors and help them engaged in the programs.
Okay. Anyway, I would like to thank you guys. I need to conclude, so we have some more questions, but I think we'll cover it next time. And another session, hopefully, like you to attend always our round tables and so on. Sister, do you have any comments? We didn't give you a chance.
Sorry, I'm sorry for attending the
Sorry.
but I don't have any program. I try to understand what you are talking about.
Okay, welcome. Okay, that was your flow now.
Okay, so in conclusion, we have, so that was much of our dialogues, if you are new to our dialogues. It's usually open, there's no formal, as Dr. Mohammed had mentioned before. Hopefully you've joined us in our upcoming dialogues. So I was to ask if there's anyone who hasn't registered on our chat form. Since I'm seeing a lot of registrations, maybe you guys are sharing and the event is over. I'm receiving a lot of emails, people are registering. Maybe you can inform them that the event is over. And for the, is there anyone who hasn't registered on our chat form? I can share. We have a form I was sharing. I'm just confirming if everyone has registered on it. Okay, so that's perfect. So now it's our...
Make sure they're not registered, they can fill your...
Yeah, they have registered there, but for the job so for the, now we can, there's a snack break, we have a canteen over there, where we are going to network and everything. You can talk to different people and tell us what you do differently. And we also have our games, they are open for you before you go.
I always invite you to meet, but no one has so far. Maybe we'll see what they're talking now. So far, no one met Bahrain. I want them to meet.
Yeah, so our canteen is just behind us. You can join us, and the games are open, you can engage.
Thank you. Thank you.
Paper? Does it matter? Papers are not pens.
The second inside is very crazy.